Hello and welcome to another episode of Complete Rider Motorcycle Review. In this episode, we take a look at the 2021 Triumph Trident 660. This newly released model is designed to fit the urban rider category and is Triumph's best priced bike in Australia. But don't be fooled by the price, it packs some real bang for its buck even in LAMS form. We stare at it, we listen to it, and we ride it. And then we'll give it a review. What's a review, I hear you say? Well, we'll rev up the tacho and give it a completely 100% biased and unscientific score. Kinda like this. It's been an interesting time for the poor Poms of late, and by 2021 Britain had officially left the EU. The Duke had officially left the building, and Harry had officially left the Royals, and the country for that matter. And although Triumph's mass production had left the country for Thailand a while ago, the heart and soul of the company is still based in the old Dart, and their bikes were leaving Thailand for all over the world as quickly as they could be made. And a great bit of kit they are too. Triumph's new model, the Trident 660, makes the historical link back to the Trident and the BSA Rocket 3 of the late 60s, and then the 750 and 900 Tridents of the 90s, all having the unusual 3-cylinder engine in common. Unusual, yes, but 3-cylinder engines have certainly worked over the years, especially for the likes of Kawasaki with their H1 500 and H2 750 3-cylinder two-stroke from the late 70s, and MV Agusta's early racing bikes, and of course their current range of 3-cylinder road bikes. But for me, when I think of threes, I think of Triumph. For the urban market, a 3-cylinder engine makes a lot of sense. It's narrow for tight traffic spaces, it has a linear power curve for more user-friendly power delivery around town, and its lighter engine mass is appreciated in the cities. At the heart of this nimble little package is an inline 3-cylinder, liquid-cooled, 12-valve double overhead cam 660cc engine. The Donk's internal bore, stroke and compression ratios are the same worldwide, but Triumph has sensibly changed the state of tune to suit various world markets. In Australia, unfortunately, it's only offered as a LAMS bike. That stands for Learner Approved Motorcycle Scheme, which is a power-to-weight restriction for learners and restricted licence holders. That means the Trident's power is capped at 53 horsepower at 8,750 RPM and 59 Newton meters or 43 pounds-foot of torque. There's an A2 restricted version for the UK at 47 horsepower. But for the rest of the world, including the UK, well, they get the full-powered beast with 80 brake horsepower via an extra 1500 RPM and different mapping. This variant has 64 Newton meters or just over 47 pound-foot of torque. All I can say is, lucky bastards. And all this power gets to the ground via a 6-speed gearbox, wet plate slipper clutch and chain drive with a massive 180 55/17 Michelin rear tyre. All Trident versions have road and rain riding modes, which alter the throttle response, which by the way is the latest fly-by-wire system, and traction control for maximum safety. Of course, ABS is standard, as is twin 310mm front discs and single 255mm rear discs, which proved to be more than impressive for the LAMS version, as is the 120/70/17 Michelin front rubber and Showa 41mm upside down forks. If you've enjoyed this video so far, and if you're still here, I suspect you have, please give me a subscribe and a quick like. It helps the channel out and my ego. The Trident's frame is a good-looking steel tube type, and its twin-sided fabricated steel swing arm seems very lightweight but strong in design. In fact, I just happened to flick it while I was cleaning it, and it sounds very hollow and very thin. I'd love to know how low they were able to get the weight of the swing arm down to, as the overall wet weight of the bike is a very respectable 189 kilograms or 415 pounds. Creature comforts are great, with a single round TFT display showing more information than you need, like speed, gear, RPM, fuel, etc. Plus a host of optional accessories like tyre pressures, which should be standard on all bikes. Really, when was the last time you checked your tyre pressures? Plus, there's phone, music, navigation, and heaps more stuff that you don't need distracting you from looking out for crazy drivers. The mode menu is basic and easy to use. Handlebar height is comfortable for this 5'10" bloke, as is the 805mm or 31.7 inch seat height, and the peg position is perfectly placed for on the balls of your feet riding. Fuel tank is 14 litres or 3.7 US gallons, which gives you a theoretical 300 kilometre or 185 mile range. But I'm thinking most Trident riders won't do huge mile days anyway. I think the look is pretty cool, with a funky LED front light, minimalistic dash and plastics, stumpy rear end, with license plate and indicators hanging off the rear tyre. I like the colour options available, especially this version, with the basic black, silver and red accents. But the other colour options and graphics look cool too. There's a huge range of add-on accessories like a quick shifter, heated grips, luggage kits, crash and tank protectors, a USB socket and various blingy bits including 4 different styles of valve caps. I don't know, do you think this whole accessory thing has gone a bit too far? Just putting it out there. What's it like to ride, and what's the pièce de résistance? Well, I'm glad you asked, because they are both the same thing. This bike is so nimble and easy to ride. I got on it and straight away I felt comfortable. I felt like I was the one in control. If the design brief was a nimble, around town car carving machine, which I suspect it was, then it's hit its mark. But I'd like to do a bit of long distance on it too as well, because I suspect it would be a hoot in the twisties and give bigger, heavier bikes a run for their money, especially in its unrestricted guise. So let's have a listen and a quick spin on this modern pocket rocket. now it's time to give it a review. $14.5 grand. It's not the red line, but only because it's not the 80 horsepower version. I can't imagine nearly 30 extra ponies in the same package. It gets me excited just thinking about it. Come on, Triumph Australia, I can see the adverts now. Triumph's Trident 660 Plus. And as it would only be a basic mapping change, there would be no need to up the price, because at about 12 grand on road in Australia, and Triumph's 16,000 kilometre or 12-month service intervals, that would be incredible value for money for either version. I'll leave you with some more shots of this awesome all-round urban motorcycle that I, for one, want to have a fang up in the hills with, and it just happens to be learner approved too. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe or comment.